So, lads, today we're going to talk about Paige Bueckers. We're going to talk about Paige Bueckers and we're going to talk about her whistle. Because I think that is a very, very important thing to talk about. We've got to talk about it because at the end of the day, the Paige whistle is something that is just crazy. And by the way, originally I was like, oh, the Paige whistle, it's annoying seeing it with Paige, whereas other players don't get the Paige whistle. But at the same time, in my opinion, I think the players probably should. I think all players should get the Paige whistle. All players should. That's just my opinion. All players should be getting the Paige whistle because the Paige whistle is fair. Like that whistle is absolutely fair for players to get. And if you guys agree, subscribe. We are trying to get 55.5k. By the end of the day, we are 2 off. I think if every single player in the league had the whistle Paiges, you would see more freedom of movement for guards. You would see less hand checking. It is just the hypocrisy of the referees. So let's look at these two possessions right here. So, Caitlin Clark gets dragged by Natasha Cloud. Then she catches the ball. Natasha Cloud grabs her. Natasha Cloud then has her right hand on her right arm. Then hits her left hand. So right hand and left arm. Then hits her left hand with her left arm. And then as Caitlin Clark is pulling up for the shot, she uses one hand to get the ball and the other hand's on the hip. This is for game, by the way. 2-point game on a 3-point shot. Caitlin Clark goes on the line with a half a second to go with 3 free throws to win the game. Yesterday, this happens. 6-point game. It is a 17-0 run. A 17-0 run for the New York Liberty. The game's, there's about a minute and a half to go. It's a 6-point game, and they're in a disaster. So, Natasha Cloud, in fairness to Natasha Cloud, this is a foul. This is a foul, but it's a foul on the floor. Clearly, the contact is here. She dribbles the ball again. This is a foul on the floor, very clearly. If they were in team fouls, it is what it is. There's no complaints there. But you want to know, this is not what they call the foul on. They call the foul on this. They call the foul on the flail. They call the foul on the flail. Not on the actual contact. Not on the contact. They did not call a foul on the floor. They called a shooting foul on the flail into a jump shot. There was nowhere near her. She jumped up and just flailed. And they went to the monitor and didn't overturn it. Yes, this is a foul. And by the way, you can get challenge successful and the foul call be changed. We've seen it happen before. I think it was the playoffs where Aaliyah Boston, I could be wrong. I think Aaliyah Boston ended up going and I think she got called for a foul on someone, but it ended up being a foul on Lexi Hull because Aaliyah was nowhere near. And they ended up bringing it from like a shooting foul on Aaliyah to a foul on the floor on Lexi Hull. So I've seen referees change that call. This was clearly a foul on the floor. And by the way, if this happens to Caitlin Clark, it's not a foul. Because if that happened to Caitlin Clark, she would have been on the line for 2 free throws with Natasha Cloud. And this possession iced the game, by the way. This possession iced the game. They were about to blow a 30-point lead in this possession, iced the game. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the thing is that she can go, make no attempt at scoring a jump shot and just flail to draw the foul. Like, it is what it is. And it's foul baiting. It's foul baiting at its finest. But at the end of the day, like, this league, literally, and it's not just a Caitlin thing. Like, Kelsey, like, we've literally seen Sophie Cunningham get body checked out of bounds. Like, we've seen Aja Wilson. It is a weird thing with the referees that the referees in the WNBA, if you flail on a jump shot, you are probably going to be shooting 2 free throws. But if you get hacked on a layup, and by the way, there was more contact when Paige Bueckers put contact on Caitlin Clark for the layup. Like, everything is like, when Caitlin's in for the layup and Paige, in fairness, it was very minimal contact. Caitlin still should have made the layup and should have stayed on her feet. But at the end of the day, Paige Bueckers just flailed on a jump shot. She just flailed. There was no one anywhere near her, and she flailed and she got a shooting foul. It could have literally been challenge successful, no shooting foul, but a foul before it. We've literally seen challenges where it is challenge successful, where it gets downgraded from a shooting foul to a regular foul. We've seen that happen before. But like, how the referees saw a flail on an open jump shot and called a shooting foul after the challenge, it's ridiculous. And it's the age of problem as well. It's the Stewie problem, and it's the fee. Heck, it seems to be the superstar slash whistle slash Yukon whistle. Because like we saw again when it came to Sabrina Ionescu, Sabrina got shoved from behind on a jump shot. And that's the thing with Kelsey Plum. When Kelsey Plum's like, we're fine to physicality, but it's like, you allow physicality sometimes. Sometimes you're going to allow physicality. Sometimes you're going to allow all this physicality here on this inbound. Like, referees will allow this physicality here. So, first of all, she's being hugged. She's being hugged here, off the ball foul, 2 free throws, or 1 free throw on possession. Off the ball foul. Still has a hand on her. Has a hand on her there. Hand check foul. And by the way, when I call foul, every single one of these is a foul. Is the equivalent of the Paige Bueckers foul. Foul, foul. Foul again. And again, in the exact same vein as the Paige Bueckers foul just there. Double foul. Foul, hand check. Foul. Goes up through the arm. Foul. So there is at least 5 fouls the referees are ignoring, but we'll call a complete flail when it comes to Paige Bueckers. Like, again, this here as well. Paige Bueckers literally just ran into the key. She just ran into the key, missed the jump shot. She just missed the jump shot. There's no contact there. There's no contact in the arm there. She just missed the jump shot. Like, there's no one anywhere near her. She literally just missed a jump shot. Or sorry, she made a jump shot. Foul. Like, she makes a jump shot. She makes an open jump shot and they call a foul. Like, she gets phantom fouls. She literally gets phantom fouls. And if you look at the way they ref Kelsey Plum, if you look at the way they ref Aaliyah freaking Boston, it's ridiculous. It's just complete hypocrisy in the refereeing, where some players are able to get there no matter what. They're able to get there. Fouls. They're able to flail on jump shots. And people are like, oh, Paige doesn't shoot that many more free throws than Caitlin. Yeah, because she only shoots mid-range shots. She isn't guarded on the perimeter like Caitlin is. She isn't hand-checked. And as well as that, she doesn't shoot pull-up threes. And she doesn't shoot layups. I'm sorry, it should be way harder to draw a foul on a random pull-up mid-range shot than attacking the basket, than actually, manipulating a defender. She doesn't. She just shoots. She just jumps up in the air and gets fouls. Like, there are games where Paige Bueckers literally will shoot 6 free throws on she'll just miss jump shots and will just be, oh, foul. I'm like, you're kidding me. You're absolutely kidding me. And if you want to call those fouls, fine. Call them fouls for every guard. Call them fouls for every guard, because she is reffed one way and other players are reffed a complete other way. And by the way, this isn't the whole thing being like, oh, she should be hacked as well. Make it right. Allow other guards freedom of movement.